All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Liz, and this is Chronoon, and I'll be your host for today. For Bless the Process, we're raising Sega awareness on our good old-fashioned treasure block. We're going with, what is this game? It still says Gunstar Superheroes. Just so you know, This isn't Gunstar Superheroes. This is Alien Soldier. I've seen you play this game, but haven't paid a lot of attention. So I'm going to be annoying and ask you a bunch of questions, which is good because I'm a commentator. We can start whenever you are ready, Cronin. Assuming you fix the.
Let me just consult with the streamer here. Oh yeah, no, you're good. Oh, thanks, man. Okay.
All right. We had to like jerry rig this because I have to be able to watch. Wait, I haven't even. Start the. I can't see it. Start the screen share.
It's not giving me the option to do it.
It should be right.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
Alright, you good?
I'm good. I can see.
Beautiful.
People are saying that they hear no game audio. Is that on purpose?
Oh, yes. The purpose is I'm dumb.
Alright. You're also doing the timer, right?
Yeah. It's all my control now.
Alright.
So the only issue here is you're probably gonna hear my cat a lot. So, yeah.
Oh no. How horrible. I hate it already.
So if you're not a cat person, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just the way it'll be.
I already freaked the hell out because I heard Sable and it was so cute. It was so fucking cute! Okay. Are you ready to go?
Just about. I don't know if there's any point to explain any of this game. It's a boss rush. Side-scrolling boss rush. Just real quick, I guess since I'm commentating too, you have different weapons, but the two ones that I'm going to use are the Flame and the Lancer, which is this like laser attack here. And Flame's good against organic enemies, Lancer against robotic enemies, and I'll be using that to kill bosses. And all the other weapons kind of suck, they just don't have enough damage per second. What else? So I'll be managing my weapons. I also want to manage my health. If you notice, my health up there in player is flashing. This is so that I can use a zero teleport. That zero teleport does a lot of damage, especially when you're pushing against a screen edge. You can do the most damage and actually one-shot a lot of bosses. So I'm going to be using that, trying to manage my health, manage the weapons, and I think that's it. So the stages are pretty much bosses separated by very short platforming segments. And I just want to go through those segments without losing that much health and getting to each boss and killing them as fast as possible.
Cool.
Yeah. I think that's about it. This game doesn't have a lot of RNG. It does have quite a bit for all the bosses, but it's usually manageable. The main thing is going to be the final boss, but I guess we'll get to that. It's a lot of RNG. Anyway, yep, so I don't need a countdown, let's just go.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. Welcome to, what was this game called? Alien Soldier. This is one that I've missed out on. God, these things are creepy though. I really hate these, like, gross-ass yellow, like, Slimers from Ghostbusters. Okay, so I guess my first question is, this is super hard. What is the differences between all the different categories?
So there's only 2 different categories, super hard and super easy.
There's no in between?
No.
Everything's super.
Yeah, they're pretty much the same actually. You're gonna have to forgive me if I have to pause to do some strats. For this, nope. Okay. The bosses just have a little bit more health. The main difference is that in super hard, you only have 4 lives, and then it's a game over and you have to restart the game. That should be... It's super easy, you have infinite lives, and otherwise that's it. There's no other differences.
So, super hard is basically any other Mega Drive game where you have not infinite continues in lives. Okay. That's actually much more forgiving than I expected for something labeled super hard. So, you said it's a boss rush, so we're just going to be seeing... I mean, I don't know, because we went through a stage. It wasn't a long one.
Yeah, all of the in between the bosses are very short stages. Yeah, they're just freaking micro stages. The main key about them is to just keep your health as high as possible, and pick up upgrades when you can.
So, what's the story for this game?
It's freaking complicated. I can't tell you. There's like, it's about like an Earthling boy, and then he gets like possessed by like a space alien, and he transforms into this like weird eagle alien soldier. And,
have you ever played Mischief Makers?
Yes.
It looks like Marco from Mischief Makers.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. God, these fucking bosses are disgusting.
Yeah, this is a creepo. This is a big creepy dude here.
Like, that's impressive. Like, they did a good job with all the art in this game. It looks great. Look like Falco? Yeah, it's like Falco or Marco. One of the two. So I'm seeing you're affecting gravity, and
yeah. So you can basically just walk on ceilings. You have this hover, and from hover, if you jump out of hover on the ceiling, you just stand on the ceiling.
I don't know, like, if it's just me, but that boss seemed incredibly easy. Was that just me? What happened there? You just stood in him and killed him.
Yeah. Some bosses have weird collision detection like that. You can just, be pretty far inside their hitbox and not be hurt. That's just like, that's a worst case for that one.
God, I love this frog. God, this game is fucking gross. I love it. Well, it looks like... I can't tell if that's lag that's being generated, or just, like, him being hurt makes him stop for, like, a frame. Can't tell.
There is a little bit of lag, yeah. Alright, hopefully I can get this. Oh, shoot. There is, like, a hidden power-up there. I'm trying to get, like, a laser for that. I'm gonna have to switch it out later. A little unfortunate. It's not gonna really be a big deal.
So, all in all, would you say that this game is indeed super hard?
It is definitely hard to learn. Yes,
what's difficult about it?
It's just the movement is so ridiculously fast. It's really hard when you're playing the game for the first time to, like, grasp all the stuff moving around so fast, and your own movement is so fast. And, it's just a lot to take in, stage after stage, boss after boss.
There's no, like, downtime, basically?
Pretty much. And throughout the entire game, there's, like, one cutscene in the middle. Yeah. But as you play it over and over, because it is, like, an arcadey game, you'll just slowly get used to everything. Alright, got the good zero there. Whoops. So now the boss is invisible, and I'm just gonna wait for him to show up, and he's done.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm gonna want to get full health by the end of this segment here, because next boss is just gonna take a little bit more time if I don't. There is a few enemies, actually I think there's only two, that drops a lot of health when you kill it. It's gonna be this weird worm thing here. I'm gonna try to kill it quickly. And not take too much damage. Oh my god. This is terrible. Alright. Actually, I got most of my health back. I just gotta counter. So you can counter attacks, just like press B twice. And that will turn projectiles into health, which is pretty useful. Alright, quick thing here. Let's see if I get it. Okay, I didn't. If you hover at the right frame, I think, you can actually skip this cutscene.
Huh.
I don't know the timing too well.
Have you gotten it in runs before? Or is it like really tricky?
I've done it like twice before.
Gotcha.
I'm just gonna get up in this guy's face here and then just burn the hell out of him. He's gonna attack. I'm gonna just go burn through him again and then just tank a little bit of health. Alright. A little bit more and we're done.
Nice.
Alright, see you, dude. So that's like the first area done. And yeah. Good stuff, good stuff.
How many levels are there in this game?
I think there's like 23. Don't quote me on that.
Okay.
I can't think right now.
So we're close. We're close to the halfway point already.
Yes.
It's not like a super long game.
No, it's a pretty short game, depending on how long you take yourself.
That I feel like that's like a treasure thing, where treasure games are like kind of short and sweet, but like really sweet. You know, like none of them are over like an hour, except for like Silhouette Mirage is kind of long, isn't it?
Mischief Makers as well is a little bit long.
Oh yeah, that's true. I freaking love Mischief Makers.
So, unfortunately I didn't get the quick fight here. If I had enough health to do a zero teleport, I would have been able to knock out half his health in that time. So I have low health. This will be fine, I just gotta...
Oh! Game. This will be fine. Game over.
We're fine, we're fine. The real main problem about dying is that all my weapon upgrades get removed. So if I just waited here, I would have gotten a full health. That's really unfortunate, but it's not a huge deal. Oh my god. I meant to get a Lancer there. I'll be able to get another one later. So you want to set up weapons more than anything. That's like the main priority. Then getting health for 0 is the second priority. So this isn't looking the best situation. But the main thing is just me beating the game. Because again, I only have, well, 3 lives now. This pattern's kind of annoying. This boss's name, by the way, is Professor Hyrule Kakamami. That's the official name of this boss.
Hyrule, this like robot thing is Professor Hyrule Kakamami.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
So unfortunately, ran out of Lancer. He's a robotic enemy, so that's pretty bad. He has like half health. So now he's gonna do this scrolling fight. I have to wait for Lancer to restore. It's gonna suck. Flame won't do any damage to robots. I do have this machine gun, which does help, but it just doesn't do enough damage in enough time. So I'm just gonna have to wait for the Lancer to heal, or restore.
How long does it take for you to regain ammo?
I can't tell you the exact time. It takes, whoops, maybe like 10 seconds to start up again.
Gotcha.
I just don't want to get knocked into that water. This is a slow freaking fight. It's like
What a load of caca, maybe.
Exactly.
What a cockamamie sucker, am I right?
It's true. He's a high roller though, so you can't
Can't fault him.
Oh god.
There we
Whatever.
go.
It's done. Oh man, what a train wreck.
GG.
Okay, moving on. Oh shit. That's fine. Zip, zip, and zip. Okay, full health, good. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of flame here, but we'll just see how it pans out. So it's a slightly different segment here. You just kill all the lobsters that are climbing up. Just make a lobster stew. It's pretty tasty. I recommend lobster stew, it's good.
That does sound kind of nice.
Interesting thing, I don't know, this is like a bear? What is it, blue bear? In the Japanese version of Hedy, there's also kind of a purplish bear. It's like the main
Oh yeah.
So,
Mariyama.
Mariyama, yes.
They do like their weirdly colored bears. Oh no! 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 The bear! That's horrible. I can't bear to watch.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I'm just pandering now.
God. Oh, I get it, I'm slow.
It's okay. I understand that your version of humor is the polar opposite. But trust me, I'm qualified.
Whew. Okay, that wasn't too bad. So here we get this brain worm. It's gonna come in a little second. Gonna try to kill it for health. I have a lot of health now anyway, so it's alright. Just want that 0 to make the next fight good. I'm a little nervous. I drink a lot of coffee.
Oh, you'll do fine. Don't worry. This is like a cool looking brainworm. He's got that like, there's like a Genesis style. It's like a bunch of balls connected to each other.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like so many games have like that arm of spheres and like chain of spheres. It's weird. Interesting. Oh no!
What was this thing?
So this is Bug Max. He's kind of an annoying fight. I'm just gonna 0 here, get out, and so that was a good chrysalis. Cause I had 0.
Oh, he's
and
gorgeous.
I just burn up his head and take some of that health. Whoop. Alright, and then 0, his face. Give me that health, dude. Dead. Alright. Good, pretty good fight. It's actually one of my worst fights. We're all right here. Okay. So I don't have a lot of Lancer here. Sorry?
Oh. Nothing, it's not important. Whoa, what is like...
Got some funky light action going on here, like this fight.
Yeah, that's really cool. Treasure is nothing if not creative. And this is like a really cool concept. It's just a bunch of... We're just gonna make a bunch of fucking bosses all up in a row and they'll all be unique.
Oh man, I made a pretty big boo-boo there. I lost another flame. I lost another weapon. This is a terrible weapon. It's completely useless.
Oh.
Which is gonna be a problem for the next 2 fights. This one is a pretty free boss. I'm just gonna try to not use flame if I can. I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need pretty much all of it. Fortunately, pretty soon I won't need flame for like most of the game. I'll have to switch to Lancers. So yeah, you can break open those coins for a lot of health. I guess I'll use a little bit of flame. And that's what I'm trying to do so that I can save ammo. It doesn't do a lot of damage though, so that's why you do it a lot. Also, those little thorns that stab you, they drain your health, and it's hard to notice them at times.
Oh.
And this is not the best situation. I guess we'll switch to this freaking rapid fire nonsense. No! Health, please. Ah, come on.
There we go.
Alright, I'll use Lancer for this next part. There is gonna be a neat trick coming up. I will explain after I do it, so that I don't trip myself up. Hopefully I can keep this 0. That's probably not gonna happen. I'm gonna use it immediately. Whoop! Okay, just stay on the bird, please. Thank you. Oh, what the hell? Flipped up. Okay.
So good. When you fall, like, what is the?
This might be bad.
Oh.
When you fall, yeah, you take damage, and then you have to spam jump to get sent back up. If you don't spam jump, your health will drain.
Gotcha.
So for this, I'm a little bit too high. I'm probably gonna get knocked off by this attack. So what you normally do is you just burn the hell out of his ass. But yeah, that's not gonna happen. Unfortunate. It's not gonna be huge time loss, hopefully, but it can be. Guess I just have to do it as intended. There isn't actually many glitches outside of like strange hitboxes in this trick. It is a pretty solid game in terms of all that. I'm just trying to get some lancers on his butt. Alright, we're out of lancers. Oh god. If the bird platform that I'm on, oh god, I'm almost out of health too. Clutch time. You see this?
Oh my god. Chronoon, please!
Oh, please. Yeah, please. Come back here? Hello? Or just stay up there, that's fine. Oh my god, this is terrible. So 0 teleports your friend in terms of dodging as well, because you can move very quickly, completely far away. Oh my god. I have no choice but to use long range here. I want to save Lancer for the next fight, because I need Lancer for the next fight, and nothing else besides Rapid Fire is going to do damage. I guess this will also do damage.
Yeah, I mean, it's doing damage, but, like, not a lot.
Yeah, this is not a good situation at all. I've actually never had this kind of fight, like, having to clutch this fight. Usually I just, like...
Hashtag this has never happened before.
Exactly. I've never been bad before at a game, man. Wow. Anyway, I don't think I finished explaining, but if the spider, the bird platform gets dragged all the way down, there's nothing for you to stand on, and you die. You'll eventually die. You can't even kill the boss. If you do kill the boss, you will probably still run out of health before this scene, this scene changes. Okay, I have 1 health here. If I get hit by anything, I'm dead. This is gonna be... Yeah, I forgot to mention, your health and your ammo stays the same throughout the entire game. Which is why it's very important to manage it. Fortunately, this fight is pretty simple. Unfortunately... I'm dumb. That's life number 2. I have 2 more chances. It's alright. Now I have full everything. Just not a good run. I mean, I'm playing it, but this run is all about doing everything like pretty much instantly.
I mean, this game looks fucking hard as hell. How many people run this game?
Not many. Yeah, I think there's only 1 other active runner right now. Yeah, it's a pretty unknown game. Oh my god.
It seems to be one of the lesser known treasure games.
Yeah. So yeah, I have to use this weapon. It's pretty weak. Oh man. Gonna have to just take a little bit easier, I guess. But I like salt. Please.
You like salt? Well, I'm glad you love yourself, sweetie. It's very... that's a good thing. Positive image.
Let's see, I got some Lancer back, that's good. I'm missing. I would have been done with this fight like 2 minutes ago. That's right.
Your cat agrees.
Oh man, what a pain. What a pain. Alright, so that's fine. I can try to relax. Up is like a cutscene, and then back to insanity.
So let's just take a load off, reflect on the or vape. one of the two.
I need it.
I have to have it. You don't understand, Liz.
So the main problem is I don't have my weapons fully stocked. Oh, real quick, this character right here, who the heck is he? I don't know. You don't understand who that guy is. It's never mentioned again. It's just it's your mysterious father figure who died, and you go and fly off somewhere. Anyway.
Like, your father figure, or like the weird alien bird that you fused with?
No, I have no idea who that is. That's just like some cloaked figure. It could be anyone.
Also, speaking of fusing with a weird alien bird, this game reminds me of Monster Party way too much now that I think about it. Like, you're just Bert right now. Oh, it's a really weird NES game. Actually, you know what? It is way more similar to this than I gave it original credit for. In that game, you're a human who is like taken from Earth by a alien bird and fused with, and you have to go through boss rushes to try and save their planet. It feels strangely similar. Anyway, I'm sorry. What the fuck is this? We're fighting.
A robot guardian.
That robot looks so Genesis-y. Like, there's just something about it.
Oh yeah. So I managed to kill a shield by getting full, like a zero teleport on him, so that's good. If you notice, I also got 3 Lancers now. I'm gonna need all those. It's good that I have them. Hopefully I don't mess it up again. I just need a little bit more, and it should be alright. Just gonna take this nice and slowly here. So I want
said there are
more like 1750 on one of these. But it's okay. We'll be fine. By the way, you guys remember Gunstar Heroes, right? We just had that on.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's Melon Bread again. What a surprise! He's kind of
Melon Bread.
This is actually a much harder fight than in Gunstar. Not that much more. This part in particular is annoying. But hopefully I can kill him before anything else. Alright, good.
Nice.
It's not really that much trouble. He's just kind of a goofball. Goof organ thing. And, yeah. So, upcoming is the longest fight in the game, and it's 7 fourths. Except it's, not green. Some, chick. Some lady. A little bit different. The fight is still pretty intense, and this is why I need 3 Lancers. Not for this phase, but for like the 3rd especially. Wait, go. The cool thing about Lancer, by the way, is even if you have just like 1 ammo left, 1/4, I guess, you can actually do a full amount of damage with it. Like, I have 20 right now. I can do a full Lancer, so that's pretty cool.
Nice.
By the way, this blue form here was actually supposed to be Sonic, but they decided to cut it out for some reason.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I wish. We haven't even gotten to the Sonic block yet. We've almost seen Sonic twice now during this marathon.
That's right, yeah. It's just a foreshadowing.
Sonic rolls at you soon.
Soon. He's so fast he shows up even before his actual games. Alright, don't mind that. That's just a strange noise. It's not
the
part
cat.
of the game.
It's the cat again. The cat has a very strange meow.
My cat is very busy. Very
Sable is a business cat.
Oop. I wasted that 0 there. So I need Lancers for this fight in particular. There's just no other way to damage him. And I missed the shot. Good. Fortunately, I have pretty much full on this one. So the other Lancers are gonna restock while I'm fighting with this one. As long as I don't miss too many shots, it should be fine. I could have done a 0 teleport to finish this boss like right now, but it's fine. Now I fight the kitty form. Here I can stock up on health and do some 0s. I'm gonna want 2, because the last phase of this fight is a lot of trouble if you don't have a lot of ammo.
So, this is all the same fight. If you were to die here, would you go back to the beginning of the first form, or would you...
Exactly, yeah, you would.
Oh. That's rough.
It is. Alright, get over here. Come on. Come on, kitty. There you go.
Sable.
Sable's name, my cat. I don't know if I specified that. She's quiet now,
hey.
Thankfully. Okay, so the crazy part about this phase is that the whole screen is like this vortex, this underwater vortex, and it has different vorticity depending on where you are on the screen. And there's gonna be mines. It's just very hard to deal with. I mean, I can deal with it, but as a beginner, this is really difficult, especially on your first try. This whole fight is a lot of trouble. This is also why I need a bunch of Lancers for this phase, because if I'm out of Lancers, I have nothing to do but wait. I can counter-attack these mines and maybe get some health and maybe do a 0, but it's just not quick. And, by the way, I don't think I've gotten hit, but it would give me 200 damage, so I can only get hit like 3-4 times and die. But that was actually a pretty okay fight, so hooray. Whee! Onto the third and final part of the game. Alright. So interesting thing here. Excuse me. There's gonna be these asteroids coming towards me, and you can counter them, and they will contain either health or mines. I didn't know about this till recently, so if you're low on health, this is a good way to farm. Just be careful. It's hard to tell which ones are which. I mean, it's easy to tell for me, but like they're brighter, and they move at different speeds. You also want to be a little bit acquainted with the hitbox. Basically, the body, like the gold or silver part of the body, is what would be vulnerable. So his head and his legs are fine. So you can actually have pretty tight little squishes here, and it'll be fun. Yes. So here we go. This fight is pretty simple. Okay, he's doing that attack. So let's take a bunch of damage, get some 0s in, and let's do more lasers at a freaking robot dude. And that should be it for that guy. Alright. So I'm gonna have a weapon that has no ammo because I'm gonna be countering for this next intermission part. I'm gonna just want to farm health here. The next boss coming up is the last boss you really want to use Flame on. You can use it for the boss after this one. That's a fast strat, but you have to get really close, and I'm not familiar with that strat too much yet, so I'm not going to do that. We are actually getting pretty close to the end of the game here, but not just yet. Not just yet. Also, these rockets freaking suck, but I have full health, so it should be alright.
That glorious parallax.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. So beautiful. I don't know if I get a chance to explain. There is actually a timer going on the top right. If the timer runs out, you die.
Oh.
So, yeah. but that is usually not a problem for almost any of these fights, but this is a fight where that usually becomes a problem if you're not familiar with how to kill the boss quickly. So just, you know, a little additional difficulty to like an already hard as heck game. That's fair. Okay, so he's gonna do this flame attack here. Just farm some health. And, cool.
Red.
Alright, 3 more fights and then we're done. Get some health here. This boss is pretty cool looking. And I like this fight a lot.
Ooh. Them thighs.
I didn't get enough health, so I can't do a follow-up 0. You can get up to 3 zeros just like going back and forth on his health. On the bullets. You can also attack those walls there to get the health behind them. It's okay, I can just shoot lasers at the horse's face. I didn't get any of those healths, so that's annoying, but not a huge deal. Because we're done.
Nice.
Okay. So for this part here, if you move the platform all the way down, there's actually rockets that are coming up at you, but you can just have them explode immediately and they won't do you any damage. You also want to stay in exactly this position. This is another time where you can just avoid attacks by being in a specific spot. There's actually another spot in that like darkened stage, like before the flower boss. I didn't really have time to explain that. Basically, I was avoiding falling rocks that were covered because it was dark. Yeah, it's a neat little trick. It just saves a little bit of time and you don't take damage. And this is a final boss. So here, I don't want to have any weapons on. I just want to use this and counter. Here's the part where all the RNG for the run comes into force. He will throw me up and shoot lasers at me, which takes like 20 seconds per time he does it. Hopefully it doesn't happen once. The most it's happened to me is 7 times in a row. We're gonna see. We are going to see. So another kitty. Let's kill the kitty. Let's go.
I love him.
He's pretty red.
He looks awesome. Oh, this is some Yoshi's Island shit.
Oh, seizure warning, by the way. It's pretty flashy here. A little bit late on that. Oh, really? Okay, then.
Is that, like, RNG? Whether or not he does that?
Yeah, this is the thing. These lasers do 200 damage. Whoop!
As you can see.
I missed that one. Don't laugh at me, jerk. Oh, put me back down. Oh, man.
On average, how often does he do that, like, for boss fight?
I can't give you the best average. I would say like 2 to 3.
Okay.
Maybe, like on average.
Hopefully just 2. Oh, no!
There
Wow.
There we go. Some bad kitty. Feral. Alright, now I can just shoot his face off. Bye. Oh, what?
Oh my god! He's so mean!
That's unfortunate.
He just wants desperately to live.
I don't think so.
And there it goes.
Alright, so get ready on timer. Alright, I'm ready on timer. okay on the black. Blammo. Okay. Yay! I did it. GG me.
Good job.
That's a okay time, but I mean there is a bunch of mess ups. It's all right. Sub 40 is okay, but a good time would be more around 30 minutes. Record is actually 22 minutes.
Wow.
So I was hoping to really blow away the estimate because this was a time I had when we started the marathon and I grinded a little bit and I was like more around 20, or not 20, fuck, what? More around 30. So that's not the best, but I'll take it. Freaking.
It was very entertaining. Thank you, Chronoon, for your Alien Soldier run. Do you have any last things to say about it before we move on? And where could people go if they want to learn it?
Go to the speedrun.com leaderboard. There's really not a lot of content. There's also some runs on YouTube. You're not going to find a lot of stuff on this game though. SRC is where you're going to find the majority of it. There's no guides or anything. I would recommend, if you want to learn this game, that just play it on super easy, of course. Just play it over and over. Play it like an arcade game. Don't worry about zero teleports. The main thing is making sure you consolidate your ammo and just try to go for deathless. I don't know what else to say. This game pretty much explains itself. It's an awesome game. Definitely give it a shot. If you're into Treasure, play this game at least once if you haven't. It's a really fun. It is only a Japanese game. You're gonna have to emulate it. So maybe, legally speaking, you're gonna have to shell quite a bit of money to do that. But you do whatever you think is best in terms of that or situation, whatever. It's a good game.
Alright.
Awesome.
Cool. Thank you, Chronoon. We'll be moving on soon to Dynamite Heady with Chronoon, so get ready. Thank you, Chronoon. We'll be seeing Chronoon in a second.
Yeah, alright, yeah. You're welcome. Alright, so I'll leave it to you, Chronoon, and do this setup. Oh, thanks, me. Alright, fuck off now. Alright, bye. So, actually, I'm gonna leave this scene on. It's gonna look a little jank, but we are a little bit behind, so I'm just gonna quickly set up stuff here. No music, I'm sorry. And I'll switch to Heady. I need a little bit of time to catch my breath. I don't know. Anyway.
Alright.
Fun thing, I guess I'll leave the game on for now. You're gonna start seeing it glitch out. This is an emulator bug. It's gonna get pretty crazy, so enjoy that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it gets worse. Or better, actually.
Chubbis? Hold on a second. Chubbis is sending me messages.
Oh, not Chubbis, man.
Ugh, what a dick.
Who's that guy? I don't know.
Chubbis, no, you're wrong, dude. Yeah! Alright, I'll ignore you. Wow, what a fucking asshole that Chubbis, huh?
Yeah, what a freaking dick.
He was like, but we're not behind, we're ahead. It's like, oh, Chubbis, we're 30 minutes behind, dude. It's okay, we'll get there. Treasure will carry us through.
Yeah, if anything pops up on the stream, that's my bad.
It's okay, Chubbis, I love you. We're together. We got this. Fist bump.
Okay.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
look at that graph.
It gets a little nasty there, doesn't it?
It really does. God, is this what like a vomiting Genesis looks like?
Yes.
Thanks, Chronoon.
No. Alright, so you guys get the gist. I'm gonna switch games now. Gonna hear some beautiful console setup. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
I don't think you guys seen the license screen. Isn't that amazing? I don't know. What the hell am I talking about?
Oh my gosh! Wow, a license screen.
I know everyone has the Genesises without the license screen. I'm just like one of those poor people. It's fine.
I mine has the license screen too.
Yeah. Okay, you're one of the ghetto plebes like me.
Yeah. I own 5 Genesises, and they all have the license screen. For those who are unaware, that's just like a thing. Some Genesises genocide don't.
Genesipodes. That's it.
Genesipodes.
Alright, so Hetty. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about Hetty before I start beating my head against the wall.
Are you sure we can just start? I can explain it. I know this game. I speedrun it.
Let me just say a few things just about the gameplay. So this is a platformer, and not as many bosses as Alien Soldier. There's going to be a lot more emphasis on stages, and the cool thing about this game, of course, is that you use your head for a lot of different functions. Your body and your head actually operate separately. Your head will stick to your body for the most part, but you can move your body when you shoot your head, which is kind of just an optimization thing when it comes down to it. But you can also use Hangman, which is that orange guy, to propel yourself up and around, and to do certain things on stages. You can also use Headcase. It'll look like a box to get power-ups, and I'll be using quite a few. Hammerhead will do twice as much damage. Bomb does like 8 damage if you get a good hit. There's some other ones that have different features. And I think that explains the gameplay fairly to the point. In terms of
Thanks,
plot,
Chubbas. Now we'll have nothing. I called you Chubbas. Thanks, Chronoon. Now we'll have nothing to talk about for the entire run. Just joking.
I'll just mute myself now. The plot is it's like actually a play. This is all supposed to take place on a stage, and we're gonna skip the intro and ending cutscenes, but it pretty much points out that this is a play. This is all taken place on stage. It's in a place called Treasureland, and Treasureland is taken over by the evil King Dark Demon and his legion of toys and the Keymasters, which guard his castle. And you as Hetty, as a puppet, are trying to save the land with the help of your friends and the other puppet, Heather, the female Hetty, pretty much.
Mysterious Heather.
She'll steal your keys, but it's for a good cause. And there's all sorts of weird freaking enemies and bosses that you're all gonna have to accommodate yourself to. Yeah.
That's your only warning. Get ready, this game is weird.
I'm not sure. Yeah, no, it's gonna be weirder than Alien Soldier, believe it or not. For a few parts. Few parts.
Yeah.
Are you ready? No difficulty differences. There is a hard mode, which is like a cheat mode, where you have like one hit. It's not worth it. It's okay. But yeah, pretty straightforward game as the game goes. Okay, I guess I'll just throw myself into this.
You got this.
So I guess I'll just, since I'm the one doing the timing, I'll do typical RTA timing. So here we go.
And
Bing.
Go.
There we go.
So, welcome to Dynamite Eddie. As Chronoon said, you are Dynamite Eddie. He is a puppet in Puppet Land, Treasure Land. And the evil Dark Demon, that's his name in this, right? In this version?
Yes.
Or is it? Okay.
And the Japanese version is like King Dark Demon. It's really pedantic.
There are a lot of differences between the Japanese and the American version, which I will be pointing out because I find them very interesting. But something you'll notice about the game is that even though it is like your traditional platforming side-scrolling action, it is a lot of different stuff with each level. Each level tries to throw something new at you. At the beginning, we're just in an auto-scroller. It is like... I don't want to say it's easy, because you can't lose it. Because...
It's really difficult to die on this stage. You have to try very hard.
Exactly. The game is really, really fucking hard, but in this level, it ramps up, at least. Here we see Trouble Bruin. He is the... I guess you could call him, like, your rival. You know how, you have the main villain and then their dragon. This is, like, he's supposed to be, like, a mercenary who Dark Demon has got to try and stop you.
He's basically the Knuckles of this game.
Yeah, he's the Knuckles. That's exactly a good description of him. He's supposed to be a bear, but everyone just thinks he's a cat. He was purple. I am your announcer. I'm Liz. Hi, it's me, Liz Star. I also speedrun this game, kind of, so I know a good amount about it. There goes Trouble Bruin. That is very easy. You just gotta dodge the, like, energy balls and hit him when he's weak. It's, like we said, it's impossible to lose.
Interjection. Real quick. After every boss, I stay basically around that pixel on that side of the screen. When the score clear pops up, you press start 3 times to advance through that, because otherwise it counts up. You can skip that. So it's just a little thing there. Slight time save. Now we're gonna actually get into the part of the game where you do stuff.
It is your traditional side-scrolling at this point. Like Chronoon, I keep calling you Chubbas, like Chronoon said. You can throw your head, and that allows you to grab onto objects to, like, pull yourself around and hit people. You stand still when you throw your head, so we want to throw it, like, in the air, basically. Here we see our first power-up. This is your speedy shoes, speedy head, I guess. And we have a quick mini-boss. This game has a lot of bosses. That was very good. Good job. There's a lot of mini-bosses. Ooh, uh-oh.
I forgot how to do that. Whoopsies. Time left us. Deboost.
In this area, you have 2 ways to go. You can be small, or you can get like a spiky head that allows you to climb up the wall, but it is faster to go slow, which is weird.
And there's a little shortcut there, which is a little quicker to take. You can do it normally, but there's enemies in your way. So that shortcut's just a nice RTA strat.
Oh. Trouble Bruin is here to fuck us up. Oh, wait, no. No.
I hope you guys like Tchaikovsky. This is a record.
This is the first Keymaster. He is easy, but you have to time your hits, because the way the tail wags, you can't just spam it, you have to time it perfectly. We have to wait for these, like, bouncing key things to bounce off the screen. If you get a bunch of them, you get an extra continue, which is, as Heather says, you've got another try. You'll hear that this game has a lot of very crisp and clear voice acting, and it's really good for a Genesis title. Well, we see her for the first time. This is Heather. She has extendable hands as opposed to a head like you do. And every time she comes by, she flirts with you and steals your key, just like a real woman. Am I right, ladies? Can a sister get a high five? No? Alright. In the Japanese version, her name is Thingy, and she is basically the same, except there are a few things that I'll point out. A few major differences. One of the first major differences is that this game has no dialogue except for in, like, one section. But in the Japanese version, it has dialogue at, like, every single boss fight. who just says, "Hi, I'm this boss. I'm going to beat you up." Pretty much. They don't really go into like a huge detail about any major
Glitch.
like character development. Ooh.
I'm just gonna point out things like that. Yeah, rough fight coming up. You have to be pretty accurate with these shots here, and you don't want to re-grab any power-ups, so I'm just gonna be quiet and try to do it. I'll explain more later.
This is probably my least favorite boss fight. It is very easy to grab a head that makes it impossible for you to hit him. And you want to end it on the right side so that you end the screen faster. So very good fight there, Chronoon.
A little bit slow because I missed one hit. I could have finished that like one spin quicker. The one other thing is that you can do it so that his bounces, like your bounces, are a little bit low, and it makes it a little bit quicker.
So, we're starting off with this very kind of creepy, weird puppet show. I don't even, like, it's just upsetting to me. This is just a bunch of quick movement, just as much as you can trying to hit them.
It is actually pretty difficult to do this fight because you have to aim your shots often, and between both of the bosses here. That type of movement and execution is something you don't see very often in this game. I mean, you do need to be very accurate with your shots usually, but that boss really brings it to the max. Getting a good fight there is very difficult. I mean, like a fast fight, a very fast fight.
Now we have this dude. He has a quick kill that probably will not be getting, but you never know.
Yep, no, it's just a normal fight.
Alright,
basically,
so
I could have killed him there. If there was a good animation in RNG, we wouldn't have to see this form. So right there.
you'll also see there are two heads that what's his name? The dude head case. That's what I thought. There are two heads there that you don't want. So you could see Chronoon grab the one that allowed him to move faster and throw his head further, but there was also one that makes you just move insanely slowly and be unable to attack or jump for like 30 seconds, and that's basically a death wish in this boss fight. And then one that freezes it.
There is no use to that head. It's literally just a troll head.
And they continuously throw it in at some like really difficult boss fights. Wait until we get to Gatekeeper. That'll be loads of fun.
Oh, I can't wait.
This game is very difficult. You'll hear us say this a lot as we go to, oh, and this boss will fuck you up, and this boss will fuck you up.
Alright, this stage is has a bunch of tricks in it. So here we go with the first one.
Nice.
So he's gonna clip to the ground there, and this saves just 1 second, but it's pretty cool.
Something you'll note is the level names. The name of this level is Terminate Her 2. Ha 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 ha! Alright, so we step back for a little bit to grab this bomb, and that will make it a quick kill on this. Yeah, let's just skip right past that. No, a lot of the localization added the names of the movies to the level names, and some of them are kind of really easy to get, but some I have no idea what the fuck it's a reference to.
Yeah, in the Japanese version, they're just much more straightforward. Like, this is just called Southtown. Like, very, very straightforward names.
We're using damage boosting of when Hetty falls down in order to go just a little bit faster. I love these guys. You should straight up kill them. It's depressing. Alright, so this is a glitch. Oh, didn't get it. That's a shame.
Second try.
There you go. Good job.
Remind me to say the names of those guys I just killed, because it's pretty funny. But there's a trick here I need to focus on.
Basically, if you kill that tank, you're able to go just a little bit faster, and it glitches out the screen. You can see in the top there was like a block that was just messed up. If
Alright,
you go
sweet.
on the right, nice, good job. If
So
you go on the right
that
side of that
saves 3
screen,
seconds. Sorry, I'm just
Exactly.
like, we're all over each other right now.
it's all good. It saves 3 seconds if you're on the right side of the screen because you leave a little bit sooner than the game expects you to. All right, name the dudes that you killed.
So those little white to blue dudes are called Happy Cum Cum.
Oh,
That's their official name.
wonderful.
You're welcome.
We're going to be doing a similar thing as to what we did a few rooms ago, where we're hugging the right side of the screen, and that allows us to leave just a little bit sooner.
Yes. I mean, that one's a lot easier. And this is a stage? Question mark?
The hardest boss in the game?
I got the
Good
frame
job.
perfect text clear. That's one of the few times text actually pops up in the game and gives you story. And we didn't get to see it, so that's good.
Basically, Bo shows up and he's like, there was a boss here, but Heather killed it.
Freaking
He's
hell.
like, it's like, sorry, Hetty, you got here too late. Heather already beat this boss. In the Japanese version, it's actually different. It says, like, there was a boss here, but it left and it's going to fight you later on. I don't know what boss that was supposed to be. I think maybe, Twin Freaks?
It's hard to say.
That's my guess. Alright, Star Wars time!
So, first, Star Wars. Alright, we got that out of the way.
Wow, it sounds like Star Wars. Holy shit!
This stage is the freaking run killer. Oh my god, this is pure RNG.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about Star Wars too. It's
Yeah, well, okay, so, hold on, let me do it. So for the Japanese version, this is actually an auto-scroller. It's the same every time. It takes 2 minutes and a half. For the American version, it's all RNG, and you can get fights that are either a minute quicker or 3 minutes slower. Around that. So it's huge variability. Huge. And so runs generally go here to die. Often. It sucks. It sucks a lot. I spent like months trying to research any type of RNG manipulation. Then, because the old taster of this game wasn't around. We have a new task for this game, and he said, yeah, there is no way you can actually manipulate this. There is a way. If you have idle animation, you can switch the chance, but you won't know what the chance is because it changes like every frame anyway. So really, this is only an option for tasks. We're actually getting pretty good hits right now.
yeah, that's not terrible, right?
I think we're on hit number 6. I never count because I'm just trying not to like be here. I'm trying to like dissociate myself from this traumatic freaking level. It's a slow trauma. It's one of those slow burns.
Shoutouts to Mickey Mania, by the way. This level always reminds me of. Something to note, like Chronoon said, this is way easier in the Japanese version. Easier, quote unquote, because this level is the same every single time for the Japanese version. They changed a lot of stuff like that with the American version. It is way more difficult. This
Pretty good.
and much more annoying to speedrun, in my opinion. Yeah, it wasn't a bad Star Wars. Did you get a secret bonus point?
I did not, so we're good.
Good. Basically, if you get a secret bonus point there, you just reset. Secret bonus points are just like little... They're just bonus points. They don't really do anything, it's just there's a bunch of them hidden in each level. The 100% tries to get all of them, which is an absolute nightmare. That is kind of a joke category. Do you have a time for that up on the leaderboards?
Not really. We don't have the leaderboard for it, like a separate category, because it's just not many people who do it.
No one would want to.
There's more
Alright,
to explain about that. There's also the best ending and the bonus stages. I think just real quick, to get the best ending, you have to wait through the entire credits and then input a code, which you get from the bonus stages. The credits is 17 minutes long, so that's part of the run, just waiting 17 minutes. Alright, this fight, there's a quick kill here. Liz, if you could just not say anything until we're done, please.
Of course.
Thank you. Probably not gonna get it, but we'll see.
Am I bothering you?
No. It's just this fight. Just no silence. Is that? No, that's good. That's good. I got it. Holy shit.
Good fucking job.
I wish I got that at GDQ. Oh my god. Yeah, that's, all those hits I did there, I have a 2-frame window on each hit. It's pretty intense. It's one of the most intense part of the run, especially coming out of Stair Wars. With a good Stair Wars, it can be really intimidating to pull that one out, too. Basically, I skipped an animation where he would drag the whole tower around, and I'd be in the background, and it's a 28-second time save, so it's pretty big, especially for an execution time save. So that's awesome! Holy crap.
Yeah,
Oof,
good job.
That's good.
That's one of the 3 biggest variance parts of the run. It's Star Wars, that, and then Twin Freaks, who has a quick kill that is also pretty tricky.
There is... wait, what was the first one you said?
Star Wars.
You mentioned
just like it variance, like time variance.
Oh well, there's. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a little excited. I shouldn't be because not the. All right, I really like this game. This was my favorite game as a kid, and speedrunning this is a blast. But it's also kind of a nightmare too because of all of the RNG involved. Getting good times on this game, like grinding reset after reset, can really drag on you. But that's really only for the highest times. Don't let that put you off from running this game if you're interested. It's a really fun game, a really fun speedrun. It's very unique. But I just have a special place of love-hate in my heart for this game.
Something to note real quick. We kill this boss in the specific order by knocking down his jaw and then killing this back one. And then we start hitting his crane at a specific time because the crane starts healing if you hit it earlier, and that makes it take longer to kill it. It's really weird.
Right. In the Japanese version, you actually want to get the laser head for this because if you can get propeller head, but the thing is, for the next fight, you won't have the laser head available, and there's gonna be like some floating head cases. They're not gonna always give you laser. You need laser for the next fight, or else it's gonna be much slower and harder. So what you do instead is you have to fight this boss from the front, which is harder because you have to deal with all that stuff in the front, the 2 turrets, the bombs, everything. So that's one of the bigger differences between the 2 runs.
Also, we're coming up on another big time variance. Not really RNG thing, but just tricky, like really difficult strat in general that I forgot to mention. You can one-cycle this guy, it's really hard, so I'm going to be a little quiet so Chronoon can focus.
Thank you. So this is going to be like a little... We're like in a shmup part of the game, but this is probably the most like bullet hellish of the whole shmup section. I want to get as much damage on him as possible and avoid damage too. I can take a few hits. I want these little wheels on the side there to stay on screen for as long as possible. That's the RNG part. It's looking good. This is for the 1 cycle. I don't want to kill them. A little bit too much health. So that might not be good. If he goes to the left side now, okay, it didn't happen. If he went to the left side then, that would be the 1 cycle. And that would save, he wouldn't go in the background now and do this part. And that saves like 18 seconds. So, unfortunate. but not a big deal. I can actually manage my health a little better, please. Thanks. And yeah, that's pretty much the fight here. Just have to avoid these remaining bullets and just wait it out. You can actually just stay in one spot. Okay.
Ooh.
Please.
Oh god. That was scary!
I'm actually... Alright, this is kind of stupid. I'm gonna actually do a safety death. Just, you know, as a marathon strat. Because my health is low enough. For the next stage, I'm gonna die. It only will waste 4 seconds. It sucks, I know, but I just, it'd be better to die there than at any point later on. So... Beautiful stage. Oop, I died.
Oh no!
Okay.
Also fly hard. Ha ha ha.
Aha. Ha ha.
Ha ha. Yeah.
This-
So it's just another shmup. Very simple level. I feel.
Yeah. This stage is like, okay, so for the first auto-scroller in the game, the one that we started the game off on, the only time save is on getting the 2 hits on Trouble Bruin and being in the right position and clearing the score as fast as possible, so very, very minute stuff. It's like always going to be a 217, give or take like pretty much frames. This stage, there isn't a single time save. I think there might be 1 frame of lag that you can avoid. I don't know where it is. Like, if you gain or lose time, it's literally just your splitting that's different. This is the stage that's always going to be the same, always.
I'm so ready to see chat's reaction. Who here has not seen this game before? Because you're about to see the best part of this game in just a moment.
Yeah, so if you remember, Alien Soldier had that kind of freakish boss, and it's like very... It just like goes in your face, and you're like, wow, okay. Like the one, like that's all like creepy and has like the thing sticking out. Anyway, it's not so creepy, but it is kind of weird.
No, it's really creepy. I don't like it.
This is Babyface.
This is Babyface.
There is a time save here. I'll mention it if well, when it happens. You can actually manipulate him to move towards your position here based off where you are. Let's see, I'm gonna avoid shooting here. Wait, shoot, it'll start moving, and then when you get to the right side of the screen, I'll start shooting again. And then, wow. And he'll shove his finger up at me. It's pretty rude.
I call this guy the Ken doll. So he goes from like a baby to Ken doll, and then he'll turn into Duke Nukem. Like
okay, we got it. We got the 2 cycle there. Usually that goes 3 cycles. That's an 8-second time save. So that's pretty much the only time save there for this fight. This is a fight that's actually very difficult for beginners. There's just so much stuff happening on screen.
It's so really hard for me.
These rapid-fire shots move very quickly. They're some of the fastest-moving objects in the game, and they will move like basically on these angles. The horizontal angle, of course, is the worst one. You have to move pretty much as soon as he fires. And that's pretty much the fight. I just shoot the old man a little bit, get grabbed, and that's it. You can actually keep on shooting him and avoid his hand, but that just takes longer. This way he actually dies of old age.
But it does give you a secret bonus point.
Yes. You actually saved Bino. That's good.
Yep, Bino's in there. We saw Bino once. He's the dude who is jogging. Having just a good old time jogging around Spinderella's place.
Yeah, he wasn't there for very long, so we'll see him a little bit, well, actually pretty soon.